Somewhere out there, a star the size of our entire solar system is dying right in front of our eyes, and NASA's most powerful telescope just caught something that has scientists rethinking everything they thought they knew about it. If you look up at the night sky tonight and find the constellation Orion, you are looking directly at this star. It is called Betelgeuse, and what astronomers have just uncovered about it is stranger than anything you have seen in a science fiction movie. Stay with me on this one, because by the end of this video, you will understand why this single star has the entire astronomy community talking. Welcome back to Universe Proof. Betelgeuse is not just any star. It is a red supergiant, one of the largest and most violent stars known to exist in our part of the galaxy. If you swapped it with our sun and placed it at the center of our solar system, its outer edge would swallow Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, and stretch all the way out toward Jupiter. That is how enormous this thing really is. It sits roughly 640 light years away from Earth, which sounds far, but in cosmic terms, that is practically our neighbor. For years, scientists have suspected that Betelgeuse is nearing the end of its life. Stars this massive do not fade away slowly like our sun eventually will. They burn through their fuel at an incredible rate, and when the fuel runs out, they collapse and explode in a supernova so bright it could be visible in broad daylight from Earth. The question that has haunted astronomers for decades is simple. When is it going to happen? Some say it could be tomorrow. Others say it could be thousands of years from now. Nobody has been completely sure until recently. Back in late 2019 and early 2020, something bizarre happened. Betelgeuse suddenly dimmed. It lost a huge chunk of its usual brightness, dropping to levels nobody had recorded before. Astronomers around the world scrambled to figure out what was going on. Some speculated this was the beginning of the end, the first visible sign that the star was about to go supernova. Headlines exploded across the internet. People genuinely believed we might witness a star die within our own lifetime. As it turned out, the truth was almost as strange as the supernova theory. Using data from powerful observatories, scientists discovered that Betelgeuse had ejected a massive cloud of hot gas from its surface. This gas cooled and formed a dust cloud that blocked part of the star's light from reaching Earth, kind of like how smoke can dim the sun during a wildfire. This event became known as the Great Dimming, and it gave researchers an unprecedented look at just how unstable and unpredictable this giant star really is. But that was not the end of the mystery. Newer observations, combining years of data from space telescopes and ground-based observatories, have revealed something nobody expected. Betelgeuse is not alone. Scientists have found strong evidence of a hidden companion star orbiting incredibly close to the giant, so close that it is actually passing through Betelgeuse's outer atmosphere. This smaller companion, sometimes nicknamed Sawarha, appears to be carving a visible wake through the gas surrounding the supergiant, similar to how a boat leaves a trail in water. Think about that for a moment. A smaller star is orbiting so tightly around this dying giant that it is dragging through its outer layers like a needle through fabric. This companion star is tiny compared to Betelgeuse, practically a speck next to its massive host, yet it may be responsible for some of the strange patterns in brightness that scientists have puzzled over for generations. This discovery helps explain long-observed cycles in Betelgeuse's light that did not match typical stellar pulsations. Now, here is where James Webb comes into the picture. Unlike older telescopes that primarily capture visible light, James Webb is built to see in infrared, which means it can peer through clouds of dust and gas that would normally block our view. Betelgeuse is surrounded by exactly that kind of material, ejected material from its unstable outer layers, and Webb's infrared vision allows scientists to study the structure of this material in a way that was never possible before. Webb has been used to examine the environment immediately surrounding Betelgeuse, mapping out the plumes, arcs, and asymmetrical shells of gas and dust that the star has thrown off over time. These are not neat, symmetrical rings like you might imagine. They are chaotic, uneven, and constantly shifting, further proof that this star is anything but stable. Every new observation adds another piece to the puzzle of understanding exactly what is happening inside this cosmic giant before it meets its explosive end. What makes this so exciting for scientists is that Betelgeuse offers a rare, close-up laboratory for studying the final stages of a massive star's life. Most supergiants like this one are too far away to study in this level of detail. Betelgeuse, being relatively close by cosmic standards, gives researchers a front-row seat to processes that will eventually end in one of the most powerful explosions in the universe, a core collapse supernova. So, what actually happens when Betelgeuse finally goes supernova? The core of the star, having run out of nuclear fuel, will suddenly collapse under its own gravity in a matter of seconds. This collapse triggers a shock wave that rips through the outer layers of the star, blasting them into space at incredible speeds. For a brief period, this explosion would outshine every other star in the sky, potentially even being visible during the daytime for weeks. It would be one of the most spectacular astronomical events witnessed by humanity. Do not worry, though, this will not harm Earth. 640 light years is far enough that we would only experience an incredible light show, not any dangerous radiation or physical effects. Scientists are actually excited at the possibility of watching a nearby supernova unfold, since it would allow them to study the process in real time with modern instruments, something that has not happened with a star this close since telescopes became advanced enough to capture such detail. The timing, however, remains the biggest mystery of all. In astronomical terms, soon can mean any time between now and the next 100,000 years. That uncertainty is part of what makes Betelgeuse so fascinating to follow. Every new dimming event, every irregular pulse in brightness, every strange signal from its atmosphere gets analyzed by astronomers, hoping to catch the earliest possible warning signs of the star's final moments. This is exactly why missions like James Webb are so valuable. By continuously monitoring stars like Betelgeuse with the most advanced instruments ever built, scientists are building a clearer timeline of stellar death than ever before. Every observation, every data point brings us closer to understanding not just this one star, but the life cycle of massive stars throughout the entire universe, informing us about our own galaxy's history and future. It is worth remembering that everything heavier than hydrogen and helium in the universe, including the calcium in your bones and the iron in your blood, was forged inside stars like Betelgeuse and scattered across space when they exploded. In a very real sense, we are made of stardust from ancient supergiants that lived and died long before our sun even existed. Watching Betelgeuse today is like watching a preview of the very process that eventually made life on Earth possible. If you think about the scale of what we are discussing here, it becomes almost impossible to fully grasp. A star hundreds of times larger than our sun, sitting hundreds of light years away, being watched by human-made telescopes floating in space, all so we can understand a process that takes place over unimaginable timescales. It is a humbling reminder of just how small we are, and yet how capable we have become at unraveling the secrets of the cosmos. Scientists continue to study the strange companion star, the irregular dimming patterns, and the shifting gas clouds surrounding Betelgeuse, hoping each new piece of data brings them closer to predicting when the final explosion might occur. Some researchers believe the companion star itself may eventually be swallowed entirely as Betelgeuse continues to expand, adding yet another dramatic twist to this already remarkable cosmic story unfolding right within our own galaxy. What is truly incredible is that none of this would be possible without the incredible leap forward that space telescopes like James Webb represent. Just a few decades ago, capturing this level of detail about a star hundreds of light years away would have sounded like pure fantasy. Now, thanks to infrared imaging and years of careful observation, we are piecing together the life story of a stellar giant that has fascinated skywatchers since ancient times when Orion was first mapped in the night sky. Betelgeuse has actually been referenced in astronomical records for thousands of years, appearing in ancient star charts long before anyone understood what stars truly were. To ancient observers, its reddish glow made it stand out immediately in the night sky. It has been part of mythology and navigation across countless cultures throughout human history. Now, that same star that guided ancient civilizations is teaching modern scientists about the most extreme physics in the known universe. As research continues, astronomers hope to refine their models even further, using upcoming observations to track any new changes in brightness, shape, or structure around Betelgeuse. Every dimming event, every unusual flare, and every new discovery about its hidden companion adds another chapter to this unfolding story. It is entirely possible that within our lifetime, or the lifetime of our children, we could witness one of the most extraordinary events in recorded astronomical history. Until that day comes, scientists will keep watching, keep measuring, and keep using tools like James Webb to peer deeper into the mysteries surrounding this incredible star. Every new image, every new data set brings humanity one step closer to understanding not just how stars die, but how the universe itself continues to recycle matter, creating the building blocks for future stars, planets, and possibly even new forms of life somewhere out there in the vast darkness of space. If this video helped you understand just how strange and fascinating Betelgeuse really is, do us a favor and drop a comment down below telling us what surprised you the most. Was it the hidden companion star, the great dimming event, or the sheer size of this cosmic giant? We read every single comment, and your thoughts genuinely help shape future videos here on Universe Proof. If you learned something new today, please share this video with a friend or family member who loves space as much as you do. It truly helps this channel grow. Space is full of mysteries just like this one, hiding in plain sight above us every single night. Betelgeuse is a reminder that the universe is not static or predictable. It is alive with change, violence, and beauty happening on timescales far beyond our own. Make sure you are subscribed here on Universe Proof so you never miss the next incredible discovery, because the next star we cover might just be even stranger than this one. Thank you for watching all the way to the end, and we will see you in the next video.